Center, SARC. We are excited to share AIM with you today, which is our new front-facing portal for SARC. We will have time at the end of the session for questions, and you can also post questions in the chat as we go through the training. Now I'll let our other SARC staff members introduce themselves, starting with Dr. Canup.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule this morning to meet with us. My name is Dr. Charles Canup. I'm the Associate Director for the SARC office.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Chelsea Lanier. I'm the Assistant Director on the Student Accessibility Resource Center on the Statesboro campus.
And also, I would like to especially thank the Faculty Center for partnering with us to deliver this training today. Thank you all for your help. And go ahead, Dr. Canup, and we can get started.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, so let me share my screen. Okay. Can everybody see my screen? Excellent. Wonderful. Well, once again, good morning. So this is where we're going to begin this morning. So this is what you will see when you first log into your instructor portal in AIM. The first thing I want to draw your attention to, if you'll notice the little ring around my mouse, this session extender enable button. One of the things we discovered when we started working with AIM is that with inactivity, it will log you out very quickly. So first thing I would suggest is slam this enable button. You'll see it turns green, session extender on. This will buy you a lot more time without having to log back in so frequently. All right, so once you've turned the session extender on, again, this is going to be your landing screen when you first log in for the instructor portal, just the first time, okay? It wants to remind you about the access policy. So it's just reminding you that you are about to access confidential information. And it reminds you about the FERPA policies. So once you've read that, refreshed your memory on that, go ahead and click right down here at the black button where it says continue to view student accommodations. So this would be your command center. This is what we call the overview. So if I could draw your attention to the menu here on the left, it's under the home banner here. We have 5 modules for the instructor portal. We've got overview, add instructor, upload syllabus, alternative testing, and flex plan. So in this training today, we're going to take you through each one of these modules and show you what you will need to do in each of these areas to make sure that everything is in place for our students. So right here in the center, when you have students that have requested accommodations, you will see a list of student names here. And those will be students that are registered to your courses, your CRNs, that have requested accommodation. So again, this will kind of be your dashboard, your command center. You'll see a lot of things at a glance here. So to move forward, we're going to look at the Add Instructor module here. So if you'll click on that, when you click on that link to the left, this is what's going to pop up. Very simple. This is all that you'll need to do. We've got the personal information of the instructor that you are looking to add to the class. Now, if you have no additional instructor to add, then you don't need to be concerned about this module. If you have maybe a TA or an assistant professor or somebody like that that's going to help you with the instruction of the course, be mindful. By adding them as an instructor, they will then have access to the student's confidential information. So first, be sure that they need to have that access. And then if they do, it's a very simple process to add them to it. So you'll hit the drop-down arrow here. Choose the CRN or the course that you want to add the student to, or the instructor to, excuse me. Then under type, choose. You got 2 options. Replace all the instructors with the new instructor, or what most likely you'll be doing, add additional instructor to the course. Then very simply add the instructor's name, the instructor's email address. Okay. Notice the red asterisk. That means all of these fields are required in order to actually add an instructor to the course. And then very simply, once you've inputted all this information, right down here at the black button at the bottom, it says add instructor. You will click that and it will add an instructor. Now, this is an actual professor's login portal, so I will not actually add the instructor for this demonstration, but I did want to show you how you would go through it. So moving forward to upload syllabus. Again, very simple process. Please note, uploading your syllabus is optional. This is not something that you have to do, okay? But as we'll discuss now, and it'll come up again later in the presentation, it can be helpful, especially if we're trying to help students that may have visual or hearing impairments. Maybe we've got some transcription or some sign language interpreting services that need to be provided. If we know when the classes are going to meet, when different presentations, or if they're a music student, when certain pieces need to be transcribed, having the course schedule that is usually in the syllabus can be very helpful for that reason. So if you would like, again, it is still optional, very simple. Again, hit the drop down arrow, choose which class you want to add the syllabus for, give it the syllabus title, choose the file from your hard drive, and then hit the black button at the bottom that says upload file. Once you've done that, the syllabus would upload, and then down here at the bottom where it says list syllabi, you will see a list of all the syllabi that you have uploaded into AIM. Again, very simple process. So at this point, we've covered overview, add instructor, and upload syllabus. So now we're going to go to alternative testing. This is where most of you will probably spend most of your time when you are in the AIM database, okay? Now, what you see here in these boxes, these are kind of summary dashboard boxes, kind of give you an estimate where you're at. You'll notice the big number here on the left under the title Course Instruction Agreement, 9 courses without course instruction agreement, total courses with course instruction agreement, 1. So what this is telling you, please note, every course that you have will need a course instruction agreement, okay? So if you see 9 without, that means we've got some work that we need to do. But fortunately, the work is simple, it is easy. It's just a couple questions that you need to answer, and I'm going to take you through that process right now. So what you'll do, again, if you'll see my mouse over here where it says Course Instruction Agreement, we're going to click there, and then you'll find a list of all the courses that you are registered to, all right? Everyone that you are instructor of record for will be listed here. Now, if you see the word View, this means you already have a course instruction agreement completed and in place for that class. If you see the red word Specify, this means you still need to complete the course instruction agreement for that course. So we're going to click on Specify so that I can show you how we do this. So when you first go to complete the course instruction agreement for that particular course, and it hasn't been done before, the first thing you're going to be asked is your exam management method. So this is basically, how are the exams in your course going to be managed? So if you hit the drop down arrow, you'll see you've got 3 options. 1, I'll proctor all of my own exams, meaning you will take care of the exams in your classroom on your own. 2, my class has no exams, so if there's no exams, there's no exam management method needed because there's no exams to manage. And then lastly, what we hope many of you guys will do, because it'll certainly make things a lot easier for you guys on your end, and that is SARC will proctor exams. All right. So once you select that, you go to confirm task, it says confirm to proceed. Then you're going to hit the little black button here at the bottom that says submit your selection. This brings you to the actual course instruction agreement. So yeah, folks, this is all there is. Contact information and 2 questions. Okay. Now, we will need this done for every course, but it is just simple. So you plug in some contact information. Question 1, because many students receive extended time, are the students allowed to take their exam at a different time from the class? So with students that have double time, if you want them to take the test, take the exam at the same exact time as the rest of your class, then you would select the option no. You're saying no, students are not allowed to take their exam at a different time. If you're not so much worried about the time, then you can hit yes, and that'll tell us that it's okay if the student needs to take their exam at a different time from the class. Then the next thing you need to tell us is, how would you like the test to be returned to you? All right, so you've got several options here. Some of these options, when selected, will require some additional comments because we'll need some information. So if you were to select, instructor to pick up, then we would want in the additional comment section here, please tell us what day and time you'd be coming by the SARC office to pick up your exam. This way we can make sure we've got everything ready for you when you arrive. You could select original mailed to the P.O. box. We're happy to do that for you. If you make this selection, please in the comment box tell us what P.O. box you would like the exam to be mailed to. Next option, scanned and emailed, no problem. If you make this selection, please in the comment box tell us what email you would like the exam to be scanned and emailed to. Then we have sealed and returned by student. Okay, so the student that came into the SARC office to take their test, you want to put in an envelope, sealed, and the student's going to return it to you. No problem. Make this selection, and then in the comment section, tell us where the student is to return it to. That way we can make sure the student knows where they're going with it. Then we've got upload to the AIM instructor portal. This would probably be the easiest bet for most of you. We'd like for you to select this if you want, once the exam is done, for us to scan it and upload it into AIM. Now, the benefit to this is if you choose this option, then you'll be able to log into AIM and download the exam directly to your computer and access it 24/7 as long as you've got Wi-Fi access to log in to your instructor portal. All right, so this would certainly be the easiest. And if you select this option, there's no additional comment required because we'll upload it to your instructor portal for you. Now, if you've got a student who is taking their exams in Folio, suppose you've built the exams out in Folio, the student needs to log into Folio to take their exams, and they'll be submitting it to the e-course room through Folio, then just make this option here so that we'll know the student needs to submit it there and we don't need to print a copy out or try to download a version. This way we can track that the student has submitted the exam in Folio. And again, if you make this selection, no additional comment is required. And then last, this is applicable only for the Armstrong campus, but if you're a professor on the Armstrong campus, the SARC staff will deliver the exam to you if you would like. Just make this selection here so that we know whichever one you prefer, so that we know how to make sure that you get the test returned to you. Okay. Now, once you've done this, let's say, all right, so we've got contact information. We got our list of questions. You want to go to the black button here at the bottom that says submit and continue to specify exam dates. Okay. So if we do this, you'll see your course listed at the top so that you can make sure you're in the proper CRN. Now, at this point, what you're going to be doing on the left-hand side is you're going to be building out the details to each exam specifically, okay? And then on the right-hand side here under exam date instructions, question 1, question 2, and question 3, for those of you that are familiar with exams being proctored in SARC, the EPN notice that used to get emailed to you for completion to be emailed back, this is now the new EPN. So when you set up the exams in AIM, you will also go ahead and complete the EPN, and then it'll already be there. Okay? So I'm going to take you through each one of these options. Again, it's pretty fairly user-friendly. No major issues here. So first, tell us what type of exam it is. Is it your run-of-the-mill exam, unit exam, chapter exam, or is it a final exam, or is it a midterm? Let us know. If it's a lab course, is it a lab quiz? Is it a lab exam, or is it a lab final? If you have a specialty department where specialty exams needed, like nursing has the HESI, then please make that option here. And if it's just your run-of-the-mill, maybe chapter quiz or mid-chapter quiz, something to that effect, then select quiz here. So for the purposes of demonstration, we're going to select exam. Then we need you to identify for us, please, the approval method that you would prefer. So what this means is when the students submit their exam requests through AIM, if you have one of these options specified, then AIM is going to automatically approve that exam request based on what you've indicated here. Now, please notice the red asterisk, so you must select one of these. So if you want the AIM to automatically approve an exam request, as long as it is scheduled on a specified date and time, then you make this option. So if you choose specified date and time, then here under date, you tell us the date of the exam. Let's say it's going to be, let's say tomorrow, May 1st. Okay. And then you tell us the time. Let's say you've got an 11 to 12:15 class, so you want the exam to begin at 11:15, give you a little time to introduce and get all the latecomers arrived. Now, what this means is when you continue through this process and set up this exam, AIM is going to see the exam slotted for May 1st at 11:15 a.m. So if you chose this approval method, any exam request that comes in for May 1st at 11:15 a.m. will automatically be approved. You will not need to log into AIM to approve that exam request. It will automatically be approved. Now, if you select the other option, approve if scheduled on the specified date, using the same example, this means any exam request submitted on May 1st will be approved irregardless of the time that you've slotted for that exam. And then your last option, approve if scheduled on any date. If you make this selection, then it doesn't matter when, what day, or what time you've scheduled the exam for. Any exam request that comes in from any student registered to your CRN will be approved automatically. Again, this means you do not need to log into AIM to make these approvals, but you have these three options to choose from. Let's say we say specify date. We've got our May 1st date. We've got our time slot entered. The next option here is standard length of exam. So please tell us in minutes. Please do not use hours. Please use minutes. What is going to be the standard length of the exam? Okay. So not any extra time. Don't add any extended time. If the rest of the class, those that are in the classroom, are going to have 60 minutes, then we want 60 minutes listed there. AIM will automatically add any extended time to a student's time within the system, so you don't need to be concerned about that. Then we have skip automated exam reminders. So one of the really cool features about AIM is you will get email reminders about upcoming exams. Okay. Now it is set up that way by default, but you can have some control over it. So if you want to make sure you continue to receive those exam reminders, just leave this option at no. This tells AIM, no, do not skip the automated exam reminders. If your inbox is getting flooded, you're tired of seeing the exam reminders, you've got your Google Calendar set up or whatever your particular method is, you just don't want to see the exam reminders, you can choose yes. And again, this tells AIM, yes, please skip those automated exam reminders. And so if you select yes, you will not get any email exam reminder notifications. And then, of course, there's a box here. If there's anything that we haven't specifically addressed here that you think is necessary for our staff to know in order to proctor the exam to the student with your satisfaction, please make sure you include that note here. Then right here under upload exam file, again, pretty self-explanatory. This is where you would upload if like, let's say you've got a paper exam that needs to be uploaded to the portal. Or you've got an exam file of some sort that needs to be uploaded to the portal so that we can download it, print it out for the student. You'd simply title the exam here. Maybe it's exam number 1. Choose file from your computer. And then once you select it, the file name will show up right here where it says no file chosen. And then that will be your exam file. Now, as we continue through the process, once we get down here at the end and hit save exam date, that's when the file will actually be uploaded. Please note, you do not necessarily need to upload every exam file at the beginning of the semester, okay? I know, back when I was an adjunct, there were times I got a call and I picked up a class literally 1 week before the first day of class, sometimes 3 days before the first day of class. So there were cases where that class was one I've taught 100 times, so all the materials were already created, no big deal. There were other times it was a brand new class, and it was going to take me those 3 days just to get the syllabus and course schedule together, let alone actually build out all the exams. So you can set up the exams with the days and the times that you anticipate scheduling those exams, and then you can come back and add the exam files as the semester transpires. So you don't have to have everything uploaded at first, but we do ask for the smooth and ease and effectiveness of proctoring the exams to our department. Please have any exam files uploaded at least 24 hours before the exam is scheduled to actually take place. Now, exam date instructions. So once we've done that part, then we're going to move over here to the EPN. So very simply, 3 questions that you got to answer. Please list all instructions and/or items permitted during the exam. If it is not listed, the student will not be allowed to have the item in the exam room. So if you don't check one of these boxes or tell us down here, the student will not be allowed to have it. Okay, so if you're having an open notes test, the student's allowed to bring their notes. Just select that box. If you've got anything specific we need to know regarding those open notes, you can put any additional comments here at the bottom. So you just follow that process for whichever one of these that apply. And if need be, you can select multiple options depending on however it is or whatever additional materials you want to allow the student access to while they take the exam. But please do make note, if you don't put it here, we're not going to let the student bring it in. Okay. Then you go to question 2. If you allow a cheat sheet, please list your cheat sheet specifications. Okay. Yes or no? Yes, I allow a cheat sheet. If you select yes, tell us in the comments what your specifications are. Some professors, it's 8.5 by 11 wide ruled, one side only. Others, it's college ruled, 2 sides. Some, it's a 3 by 5 index card. Some, it's a 4 by 6 index card. Everybody's got their own different way of doing it. We want to make sure that we proctor the exam to your satisfaction using your rules and guidance so that there's equity among all of your students taking that exam. So if you're going to allow them a cheat sheet, please tell us the specifications so that we can make sure that student's cheat sheet meets those specifications before they bring it in the room. If no cheat sheet is being offered, just select no, and then no additional comment is required. Last, you go to question 3. Does your exam require a password? If the student needs to log into a specific portal, or maybe you've got your exam in folio that is password protected, just tell us yes, it requires a password, and then in the comment box, please tell us what that password is. If no password is required, very simply hit no. No additional comment is needed. And then once you've made all these options, you filled out everything here, then down here again at the black button, hit save exam date. And then here you'll see the option or the heading list exam dates highlighted. And then under this area here will be a table that will list all of the exam and exam dates that you have set up for your course. Once you've done that, you can go back and click modify to make any edits to the course material there, the exam material, the exam details, or the EPN. If you want to duplicate it, you can hit duplicate and it'll create another one based on all of the parameters that you established for this one. If you change your mind, you want to delete it, there's your delete option. And then you'll see the type. So exam, midterm, final, HESI, whatever it might be. The day the exam is scheduled, the time it's scheduled for, the length it's scheduled for. And then notice right here, these 2 areas right here. Exam instruction, all right, that tells us you've given us the exam details and completed the EPN. Exams uploaded, nothing is here. This means you've created the exam details, but you've not uploaded an exam file. So that'll just be a reminder for you if there's an exam file that needs to be uploaded and you see this blank here, then you've still got some work to do. Then here's the no reminder. So if you chose not to have AIM send you the email reminder, then this will say yes here in this area. And then here is the summary of your approval method. And then wonderfully, as is common in AIM, you scroll down, here's your access to create the very next exam very easily, now located under the table. So this way, if you forget, oh, did I do one for May 1? Did I do the one for May 5th or not? While you're here, you don't have to exit it, go to a different screen to check. You just scroll up and you'll see all of the list of your exams right there. And folks, that is pretty much it for overview, add instructor, upload syllabus, and alternative testing. Do we have any questions regarding those 4 modules before we move on to the Flex Plan module? All right, outstanding. Well, thank you for your attention.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and share my screen. Okay, can you all see this? There it is, yes. Okay, so if any of you all have ever had a student with a flexibility accommodation, and this would be flexibility with attendance, flexibility with assignment deadlines, or flexibility with both attendance and assignment deadlines, you know that it can be challenging to implement these accommodations. So AIM has a wonderful module called the Flex Plan module where we can work together to develop a plan which really outlines your expectations for your course for students who have a flexibility accommodation in your course. So in order to do the Flex Plan, you'll see your list of students here as Dr. Knupp reviewed. And one of our students that we created is Gus Eagle. So when you go to the Flex Plan, which is here in the left bar on the side, and select Flex Plan, it tells you the number of plans that are not initiated and the number of plans initiated. So you will only see this information if you have a student in one of your courses that actually has one of these flexibility accommodations. And you'll see below the students, their names, and if the flex plans have been initiated or not. So we'll go to this one that is not initiated. And this is what the questionnaire will look like for you. It does tell the course information here. This is for a physical education course. It tells you the student is Gus Eagle and his accommodation is flexibility with attendance. There is an option here to upload the syllabus. We did keep this as optional, but it would be really helpful for these flexibility accommodations if you do upload the syllabus for us. But again, that is still optional. So I'm going to go through these questions with you. What are the course practices and policies regarding attendance and assignment deadlines for your course? Is there any flexibility regarding attendance and assignments already built into the course? Do you allow assignment extensions for any reason? If so, what is the process that students should follow? Are attendance and/or participation factored in as part of the course grade? If so, how? What is the primary format of instruction? Is there student to instructor interaction or is there student to student interaction? Do student contributions constitute a significant component of the learning process? And this may be if there's a lot of group work or if you're having a flipped class where students are occasionally teaching the lecture for the other students. What is the impact on the educational experience of other students in the class if a student is not in attendance? Is there content that is only offered in class? How and when should the student contact you if they will be or are absent? Should they use email, phone, or office hours? And we are encouraging students to contact faculty within 24 to 48 hours of the missed class to let you all know that they have a disability-related absence. What would be the best way for the student to get any missed course materials? Is there another section of the course taught at a different time or day that the student can attend? When or where? Now, this would be especially important for science lab classes because those usually cannot be made up on a different week, and it is crucial to attend the lab, and the attendance policies are pretty strict. So if you have a student with a disability-related absence, is there another section of the lab later in the week that the student may be able to attend? Do you have any additional information that might be helpful as we develop this agreement? Based on your responses to these questions, how much flexibility can you provide for this course? So the flex plan is by course. So if you have multiple students with the flexibility accommodation in your course, this plan will apply to all of those students. So if you like, you can copy and paste the information from your syllabus into these boxes. Any questions that do not apply, you can just put NA not applicable. If you like, you can just upload your syllabus if all this information can be found in there and put NA and then or C syllabus, and we'll review the syllabus for that information. Once you apply this, you can hit this button, apply to all classes with the same course subject and course number and the same term, and then you select initiate and request review. The answers to your questions will go to SARC staff, and we will review them, and we may ask you a couple of questions about your information, but we will send those questions back to you upon our review. Then you can answer those questions, or we may complete the flex plan. And so at that time, it's completed and it will be shared with the student. That is pretty much the flex plan. You can duplicate them for other courses. Let's go back to the main page. Yes, and I was going to do the overview and just kind of show you the student's accommodation letter as well. For your main page, your overview page, this is Gus Eagle, and his accommodation letter can be found either in a view or PDF. The accommodation letters will be emailed to you as usual when the student requests their accommodations. So you will still receive them in your email. Also, this will be in AIM that you can look at there as well, all in one place. It'll have the semester and the course, of course, the student's information. In this case, Gus received some temporary accommodations, so those are here in the red box. And then these are all of Gus's accommodations. And you can see that we've added descriptions to some of these accommodations to give you more information. So he has alternative testing accommodations. This is also the flexibility with assignment deadlines accommodation, which there's some information here, and the flexibility with attendance accommodation. We just had Gus receive both of those accommodations. And it specifies that Gus needs to notify faculty 24 to 48 hours each time they need to use an absence to let the professor know they need a disability-related absence. There's also a link you can see in this accommodation letter to the flex plan. So you can click that and go right to your instructor portal and to that flex plan. So these are just the continuation of the different accommodations. And then it has our contact information at the end. So at this time, wanted to see if anyone has any questions about the flex plan module in AIM.
I have a question. If we put information in there that is not, will y'all review that information and give feedback in the event that you feel like we do need to be more accommodating or something like that? Okay.
Yes. If you say, oh, I only want the student to have one additional absence that the rest of the class can have, we will review the answers and say, oh, it seems like student participation isn't really needed. You've said here that you give athletes additional attendance or additional absences. You might want to consider this allowing 3 more absences for the student with this accommodation. So we will give suggestions, but it'll just kind of go back and forth between the SARC staff and you until we come to an agreement, and then it will be shared with the student. We just want to make sure it's a reasonable determination and it's not arbitrary. That's how the court kind of looks at it. And courts do want this to be done, the flex plans between professors and students. So this is something that's really important to put into place. We hope that it's not a cumbersome process for instructors, but you can duplicate it for different courses. And like I said, it's per course. So we hope that it'll be an easy process.
I did want to add that you will only need to complete it if you have a student in your class that receives those accommodations. So if you get an accommodation letter and it doesn't list those accommodations, then you don't need to complete the flex plan for any student in your class. And the same goes with alternative testing as well. So if you have students that they're not testing at SARC, you don't need to complete it for that. But if you do have any students in your class that receives testing accommodations, then you will need to add your course instruction agreement and complete the exam proctoring notice.
Does anyone have any questions about either the alternative testing module or the flex plan module at this time? All right, well, we will stay in the call in case anyone wants to talk to us separately. And thank you all so much for participating in the training today. Like we said, the video will be posted to our website as well as the instructions with screenshots. We're also available if you have any additional questions as you're going through and using AIM when we make it go live.